I'm not really good at reviewing, and I'm going to be using one hand. So if you see fumbling, it's because my hands are naturally weak and I'm trying to maneuver while holding it. So I got this off Amazon. I'm not sure. I think it's anywhere between $60 and maybe $80, depending on when you buy it. So we have power button. We have this controls the type of function, the rolling, the kneading that happens inside. This is intensity, and we have heat. You have three settings, and you have 2 settings for heat. What I love about it is it's not too heavy, because this is just me lifting it. Hold on one side, hold on the other side, so you can do both hands. And there's a hole here as well where your fingers come out. It has the charge port, but once it's charged, it will work for a while without your being tethered to a power cord. So I really like that. So hold and press and you hear it going off. It's on green. You have different setting. So green, different setting, the color changes. Different setting, the color changes. Color changes, color changes. So that literally lets you know what setting you're on. The heat will go from a lighter red to a brighter red. So I'm going to put my hands in, thumb comes out, but I've discovered my thumb doesn't have to come out, but it will only do the side and not the pad of my thumb. So that's me with, you can hear it going. I'm in a room with no other sound. So that's how it sounds. So it does make noise, but it's not very loud, not to me at least. So it's more pressure of pushing in different spots of your hand. So I find it pretty good. I can pull my hand out to get other spots on my fingers when it's pressing, or once it releases the front, I'll show you. I can stick my hand further in, stick that out, then my fingers now come out here. So that's my fingers. Don't watch my ugly fingers. They're just like that. You can hear it. You can see my fingers moving. That's not me moving my fingers. All right, so I'm going to move my fingers in just a little bit. You can see my fingers being adjusted by the movement. I'm going to change the intensity. So I've changed it both. So again, my finger, that one I think is more intense. That puts a lot of pressure against your hand. So if you don't like a lot of pressure, that may not be for it. But you can see how my fingers move in and out. That's the movement of the pressure inside. And here, that's just my hand in, my finger out, move my finger in so I can get to different spots. And then I'm going to turn the heat on. And it's easy. If you notice, I'm just doing it with one fingernail. So I find it pretty easy for many of us that our hands aren't very strong or we have pain in our hands. I find it's not that bad. I was worried about it being super heavy, but I definitely recommend it. Hopefully it lasts a while. And this will save my poor husband having to massage my fingers for me to get going in the mornings or last thing at night. So check it out. Hopefully it works for you. I know there are others on Amazon that you can stick your whole hand in and there wouldn't be the finger, but it all depends on what you're looking for. But I've been impressed by this so far. It gave me great relief last night. it hit the spots on my finger right below my finger right at the pad where I needed it, and also this area inside my hand where it hurts a lot. It really gets to this area. So sometimes I'm trying to stick my hand back in. I have to wait for a while because the pressure that's already in there. It will shut itself off after a while, and just give it a few minutes and then you can do another one. Let me switch hands and show you. Well, once I can get my hands in. There we go. Hand in, finger out. So my other hand is now getting pressured. And again, it's not made for it, but I find I can get my finger in and the side of my finger will get worked. Once it gets let out, my husband is like 6 foot and he had a problem. So that's the size of my hand in comparison to it. See, that's the size of my hand. So if your hands are really big, you're going to have a problem